Hey, this is Ray, and I'm going to show you the zero knowledge Wordle game that I built. Okay, so here again I have a front end that you can choose to start with either if you want to play use the proving framework like using Alio or Nor, and it seems like Nor is faster, so that means start with Nor. So I click start game, and what it does is basically it's calling the backend, and then the backend will like generate a random word as a solution, and then now client like the player can submit the gas. Let's say I try to like guess slide store, and then once I hit enter, then what it does is basically sending my solution to the backend, and then the backend is trying to Wordle. Yeah, so basically once you call new, then it basically generates a solution, and then you also like compute the hash of the solution and submit that to client so that client can verify that in the subsequent gas, like the solution hash doesn't change. Like if server trying to cheat by changing the solution, then the solution hash that eventually is used in the proof will change. So client can catch that. And yeah, so when you hit enter for a gas, basically what the server is doing is basically it's calculating the gas results, like which is like right and which has the right position and whatnot, and then it's taking all that information along with the solution and your gas, and then the solution hash, and it's using that to compute a proof. And then I guess I can also show you what the circuit looks like. Okay, so we have Wordle here. Okay, so this is the circuit, what the NOR code look like. So you have solution hash, solution, and gas results. So the idea is here is that the server wants to prove to the player that it doesn't cheat. So what it does is basically it's checking the gas and try to calculate like the gas results, and to make sure that it match what the server like pass in, like what the server computes, like like here, um yeah, this gas results that the server computes here. Okay, and also it also verifies that like the solution hash like is indeed the hash from like what's being passed in from the server, so that this proof makes sure that the server is actually using the solution that it claims to, and then the gas from the client, and then to compute this, and then the gas result is correct. Okay, so yeah, like that's what it is. And like since like the gas and gas result is public in the proof, so and also the solution hash, so client can just like take a look at the proof and check that like the server is actually being honest and using like his or her right real gas. Okay, and then yeah, and then once that is done, the server just like return the proof to client, to the player, and then what the player will do is basically once it gets the proof, like here it gets the proof, and then it's again like going to check like if the solution hash like change or not, and then if it hasn't changed, then it will just like go ahead and basically uh, submit the proof to a verified contract that I have already deployed on a local like hard hat node, um, Ethereum node, and then yeah, and then the smart contract will just like verify whether that proof is like valid, and then if the proof is valid, then cool, then like we don't show any warning. But let's say like the server is trying to cheat. Let's say if yeah, let's say if server is trying to cheat, and then let me see. Actually, let me just like take a look at what the solution is. Okay, solution is like booty. Okay, so booty. Okay, and let me just like submit this. And then if the server is trying to cheat by um changing like whatever user guess, is just going to return like one means like it's incorrect. So like this, and then basically like you can see that once the client submit a proof to the um smart contract, and the smart contract just are you saying that the proof failed, which means like the server is like doing something sketchy. And then yeah, so like you see like the solution is actually like booty, but like whatever for whatever reason like server is like like lying to you. Okay, so that's one thing. And let's say the server try to change the solution, and then again like let me submit like booty again. Okay, and then again like the check that we do here, where is it, yep, that we do here, like checking whether the proof contains like the solution hash. Like I think it should just like yell at you and saying that basically like the server is cheating. running. Why hasn't it responded? Okay, I guess there's something wrong. Okay, let me just start again. Um, okay, I guess like let me just find something random guess, and then and yeah, so like when the client like okay, let me grab the client code. Wordle here. Okay, okay, yeah. So when the client like create a new game for Wordle with Nor, basically it's saving a copy of the initial solution hash. Yeah. Okay. So let's say like server like try to change the solution apple, and let's see what the client does. Yeah, the client is like yelling at you, hey, the server is cheating. Okay, great. Yep. And then okay, let's say now let me just like start a new game, and then let's say we correctly guess the solution dirge, and then it's just going to yep, like basically you win, and then also like the server just like calculate the proof and then return that to client. Okay, the server calculates the proof here using the client input and also like the Wordle ACIR that's being generated by the TypeScript wrapper from Nor, and then use that calculate the proof, and then once the client the player grab that proof, and then it's like calling a smart contract to verify hey the server like is doing like what it's supposed to do. Okay, so that's Wordle with Nor, and then let's now try Wordle with Alio. Okay, so this is going to take a while. So basically, like again, you just like input like your Alio address, like who you are, like who's trying to play this game, and start game, and then loading, and then so what it does. Okay, I guess I can show you the Alio code for Wordle first. Okay, so Wordle Alio. Okay, so this is the Wordle program. Okay, so basically I have a word, and basically it's a 5 word, and each like character is just I represent it as like 0 to 25. Okay, yep. And then the guess result could be like either 0, 1, or 2, or 3, and then it's like either one's just like the gray color, like brown, and two is like yellow, and then three is like green. Okay, then game. Okay, so here like for each state transition, I return like 2 record, each 1 record for the player and 1 record for the server. Because like the record is basically only well, it's only supposed to be visible to whoever owns it. So basically, once I hit like create game, what it's going to do is basically, um, the client, well, the server is going to pick it's going to pick a word, random word here from a word list, and then okay, I think okay, it's Nor. Let me grab the Alio code. Okay, here, yeah. So the server is going to grab a random solution, and it's going to basically call Wordle.alio and create a game, passing in the solution, and then the player address, and then okay. And so what that does is basically yeah, I think it's okay. I think it's just like return a initial game state like view for both like server and player. So you can see that for the server view, we have the owner as like the server, which is the color, and then we have the player here, address here, and then we have the solution here, and then remaining trials is like 6, and then the guess result. I think initially I just like return like a dummy guess result, and then for the player view, okay, this was interesting here. So basically for the client, for the player, it doesn't see the solution, but it sees the solution hash, and again, like just to verifies that the server like just doesn't cheat by changing the solution, and yeah, okay. And then once like the game start, like now, okay, and let's see if I just like submit a random guess, like I don't know, like Alice, and then what it does next is basically it's again like submitting its guess to our okay to our backend Wordle, and then what it does is basically it's calling like the guess function with the guess transition with on the player's like guess and its address, and then what it does is basically well it takes in like the latest like game state server view, and so the server just like save the output from SnarkOS, like from like the create game here, and then pass that in. Okay, so basically it's like checking like, okay, server is calling this transition, the player is the right player, remaining trial hasn't like depleted, and then okay, so what it does, I think, yeah, again, I think it's just calculating the gas result here on Alio, and then what it does is basically it calculate all that. So I think it first it check if like any character actually match, and if so, like the result should be like 3, which is like right, like green, and then you check like if any character can be like yellow, and then finally the default value for each like result is just 1, which means gray. Okay, and finally we have the guess results here, and then again like we compute, and then we like construct the game state server view and game state like player view here. Then the player can see like the guess result, and then also remaining trial, and also like again verify that the solution hasn't changed by the server, and then yeah, and you can see like if the player has won by just checking, hey, if all the guesses are correct. Okay, so yeah, so once I do that, and basically now okay, the server like just once the server call this, and then uh, okay, so what I do here is basically, okay, I get the standard out from this command, and then it's basically giving me a execution ID, and then what I do next is basically from the execution ID I just okay, I think, yeah, I think I just like create a local alien node, and then to grab the output record for like the server view output record, and then I just return that. And once we have that, I think I do some crazy regular expression like parsing here. Well, because I mean for now I'm just like doing like using the SnarkOS developer thing. So and also like I think the output from Alio is just like not a standard JSON thing. Like I think if you can see like Alio, okay, I don't have an example here now, but yep. Okay, yeah, and then I think I'm doing some crazy regular expression thing to grab the gas result output from here, yeah, from here, and so I'm grabbing this and returning that to the client. So basically, and also like I guess like if I also return like the transaction ID to client, then the client can actually just like check that transaction ID and then use his or her view key to actually check the game state like player view to make sure that things are right. Okay, and then yeah, so this is like how the Alio version of like this is Wordle works. And let me just actually like find the correct gas here. Oh yeah, so basically yeah, this is the output from Alio SnarkOS. So yeah, it's not really JSON. That's why I need to do some crazy like regular expression. Well, not crazy, like some regular expression like parsing here. Okay, so what's the solution here? See, wheel. Okay, yeah, I think it's wheel. So yeah, let me try this. Okay, and wait. Yeah. So I think I can see here, like clearly that, once like the player call like the create game, yeah, create game, and then this is like what the server sees, and so it sees the solution, and the guess results just dummy guess results, and once the client like the player submit the guess, and then basically, um, okay, I think it's just. Oh, I see. This is the okay. So this is like the backend like calling the execute like transition. No, I mean executing calling the gas transition from the Wordle.io, and this is just like passing the previous like game state server view like from here as the input record um to the gas function. So you can see like here we actually takes in a yeah game state server view in order for the gas like for this transition function to know like where we are at. Okay. And then I think, yep, and then the and then we have the transaction ID here, and then we use that to grab the output record for game state server view. Okay, and then we can see like the gas is like the gas results like here. Okay, and then the solution like hasn't changed like that. Okay, and now, yeah, for the guys that we just submit and like we won. Okay, so yeah, I think that's about ZK Wordle for both Alio and Noir.